Hi students, welcome back. Today we are going to discuss some topics from ray optics and optical instruments. Refraction of light. What is meant by refraction of light? The phenomena of change in the path of light as it passes obliquely from one transparent medium to another is called refraction of light. The phenomena of change in the path of light as it passes obliquely from one transparent medium to another is called refraction of light. ഇപ്പോൾ ഒരു ട്രാൻസ്പെറൻറ്റ് മീഡിയത്തിൽ നിന്ന് വേറൊരു ട്രാൻസ്പെറൻറ്റ് മീഡിയത്തിലേക്ക് ലൈറ്റ് എൻട്രി ചെയ്യുമ്പോൾ അതിൻ്റെ പാത്തിന് ചേഞ്ച് ഉണ്ടാകും. ദാറ്റ് ഫിനോമിന ഈസ് നോൺ ആസ് റിഫ്രാക്ഷൻ ഓഫ് ലൈറ്റ്. ഓക്കെ, the path along which the light travels in the first medium is called the incident ray, and that in the second medium is called refracted ray. The angle which the incident ray and the refracted ray makes with the normal at the surface of separation are called angle of incidence. This is the incident ray and this is the refracted ray. This is the angle of the incidence, this is the angle of refraction. This is normal. Okay, the angle at which the incident ray and the refracted ray make with the normal at the surface of separation are called angle of incidence, that is represented by I, and angle of refraction, that is represented by R. This is angle of incidence and this is the angle of refraction. It is observed that when a ray of light passes from an optically rarer medium to a denser medium, it bends towards the normal. Then, when a ray of light passes from an optically denser to a rarer medium, it bends away from the normal. A ray of light traveling along the normal passes undeflected. That means angle of incidence is equal to angle of refraction is equal to 0 degree. Okay, when a ray of light passes from one denser medium to rarer medium, it bends away from the normal. One rarer medium to denser medium, it bends towards the normal. When a ray of light traveling along the normal pass undeflected. Okay, laws of refraction of light. The incident ray, the refracted ray and the normal to the interface at the point of incidence all lie in the same plane. Second law, the ratio of the sine of the angle of incidence to the sine of the angle of refraction is a constant for a given pair of media. That is sin I divided by sin R is equal to mu 2 1. Okay, that we have already studied in 9th class. Okay, laws of refraction. First law means the incident ray, the refracted ray and the normal to the surface at the point of incidence all lie in the same plane. The ratio of the sine of the angle of incidence to the sine of the angle of refraction is a constant for a given pair of media. Sin I by sin R is equal to a mu, that is a constant. Refractive index. The refractive index of a medium for a light of given wavelength may be defined as the ratio of the speed of light in vacuum to its speed in that medium. Refractive index is speed of light in vacuum divided by speed of light in medium. Mu is equal to C by V. Okay. Then refractive index in terms of wavelength, mu is equal to C by V, that is equal to lambda vacuum divided by lambda medium. Okay, then factors on which the refractive index of a medium depends, that is nature of the medium, wavelength of light used, temperature, nature of the surrounding medium. Nature of the medium, wavelength of light used, temperature, nature of the surrounding medium. The cause of refraction. The bending of light on refraction occurs due to the change in the speed of light as it passes from one medium to another. When a ray of light passes from one medium to another, the speed of light is changed. So, the refraction taking place. The bending of light on light or refraction occurs due to the change in the speed of light as it passes from one medium to another. The bending of light or refraction occurs due to change in the speed of light as it passes from one medium to another. The next, the principle of reversibility of light. The principle states that if the final path of the ray of light after it has suffered several reflections and refractions is reversed, it retraces its path exactly. കണ്ടോ, ഇവിടുന്ന് റേ ഓഫ് ലൈറ്റ് വന്നിട്ട് റിഫ്രാക്ഷൻ അണ്ടർഗോ ചെയ്തിട്ട് ഒരു കണ്ടോ ഇവിടുന്ന് അത് തിരിച്ചു പോകുന്നു. ദാറ്റ് ഈസ് നോൺ ആസ് പ്രിൻസിപ്പിൾ ഓഫ് റിവേഴ്സിബിലിറ്റി ഓഫ് ലൈറ്റ്. കൺസിഡർ റേ ഓഫ് ലൈറ്റ് എ ബി ഇൻസിഡൻറ്റ് ഓൺ എ പ്ലെയിൻ സർഫസ് എക്സ് വൈ സെപ്പറേറ്റിംഗ് റെയറർ മീഡിയം 1, that is air from denser medium to water. It is refracted along BC. A ray of light AB incident on a plane surface XY separating rarer medium air to denser medium water. then it is refracted along BC. It is refracted along BC. Then angle of incidence I, this is the angle of incidence, that is ABN, that is I. This is the angle of refraction, that is EBN dash, that is refraction. From Snell's law of refraction, sin I divided by sin R is equal to mu 21. Mu 21 means refractive index of the second medium with respect to the first medium. Suppose a plane mirror is placed perpendicular to the path of the ray. This reverses the beam along its own path. Therefore, for the reversed ray, we have, okay, then a plane mirror is placed in the path of the refracted ray. This reverses the beam along its own paths. Here the angle of incidence is equal to R and angle of refraction is equal to I. Then sin R by sin I is equal to mu 1 2. Okay, but sin R by sin I is equal to mu, sin R by sin I is equal to mu 1 2. Multiplying equation 1 and 2, we will get sin I by sin R into sin R by sin I is equal to mu 21 into mu 1 2, that is, okay, here in the LHS side we will get 1, then in the right side mu 21 into mu 1 2, or mu 21 is equal to 1 by mu 1 2. Mu 21 is equal to 1 by mu 1 2. Okay, thus the refractive index of a medium 2 with respect to the medium 1 is the reciprocal of the refractive index of the medium 1 with respect to medium 2. The refractive index of the medium 2 with respect to medium 1, that is mu 1 mu 2, that is mu 2 1, is the reciprocal of the refractive index of the medium 1 with respect to medium 2. Okay. Refraction through a rectangular glass slab and lateral shift. Consider a rectangular glass slab PQRS. A ray AB is incident on the surface PQ at an angle, that is angle of incidence is equal to I1. On entering the glass slab, it bent towards the normal and travel along BC at an angle of refraction is equal to R1. The refractor ray BC at an angle of refraction R1 is incident on face SR at an angle of incidence I2. Then the emergent ray, that is CD, bent away from the normal at an angle of refraction is equal to R2. Then using Snell's law of refraction at the face PQ, sin I1 divided by sin R1 is equal to mu GA. This is air and this is glass, so mu GA. For refraction at the face SR, sin I2 by sin R2 is equal to mu AG, that is equal to 1 by mu GA. കണ്ടോ, ഇതെന്ന് പറയുന്നത് ഇതിൻ്റെ റെസിപ്രോക്കൽ ആണ്. Multiplying 1 and 2, 1 ഉം 2 കൂടെ മൾട്ടിപ്ലൈ ചെയ്ത് sin I1 divided by sin R1 into sin I2 divided by sin R2 is equal to 1. Okay. Sin I1 by sin R1 into sin I2 by sin R2 is equal to 1. As PQ parallel to SR, therefore I2 is equal to R1. Therefore sin I1 divided by sin R1 into sin R1 divided by sin R2 is equal to I2 is equal to R1. I2 is equal to R1. Hence we can write sin I1 divided by sin R1 into sin I2. Instead of this I2 we can write there R1. Then R1 divided by sin R2. Sin R1 and sin R1 cancel. Sin I1 by sin I2 is equal to 1. So sin I1 is equal to sin R2. That is equal to I1 is equal to R2. This shift in the path of light on emerging from a refracting medium with the parallel phase is called its lateral shift. The shift in the path of light on emerging from a refracting medium with the parallel phase is called a lateral displacement. Shift in the path of light on emerging from a refracting medium with the parallel phase, that is called a lateral displacement. Lateral shift is the perpendicular distance between the incident and the emergent ray when light is incident obliquely on a refracting slab with parallel phases. Lateral shift is the perpendicular distance. Lateral shift is the perpendicular distance between the incident ray and the emergent ray This is the incident ray and this is the emergent ray. The lateral displacement, lateral shift is the perpendicular distance between the incident ray and the emergent rays when light is incident obliquely on a refracting surface with a parallel phase. And a light is obliquely on a refracting surface with the parallel phases. Okay, this is known as lateral displacement. ഈ റേ ഓഫ് ലൈറ്റ് ഇങ്ങനെയാണ് ഒന്ന് പോകേണ്ടിയിരുന്നത്. ഇപ്പോൾ ഈ റേ ഓഫ് ലൈറ്റ് പോയത് ഇങ്ങനെയാണ് കണ്ടോ. ദിസ് ഈസ് നോൺ ആസ് ലാറ്ററൽ ഡിസ്പ്ലേസ്മെൻറ്റ്. ഓക്കെ, expression for lateral shift. The path of ray undergoes a refraction through the slab PQRS. T be the thickness of the slab and x is the lateral displacement of the emergent ray. Then from the right triangle BEC, sin, this is angle of incidence and this is the angle of refraction. B is the incident ray, B is the refractor ray, and this is the angle of incidence, and this is equal to angle of refraction, and this total is equal to I, that is vertically opposite angle, so this means I minus R. Okay, then x by BC, we should take this right triangle, then sin of I minus R is equal to opposite side divided by hypotenuse, that is x by BC, that is equal to sin of I minus R. So x is equal to BC into sin of I minus R. Adjacent side BF, then hypotenuse BC, BF by BC is equal to cos R. So BC is equal to BF by cos R, that is BF means that is thickness of the glass slab, that is equal to T divided by cos R. So x is equal to BC sin I minus R. X is equal to BC sin of I minus R. X is equal to BC sin of I minus R. In the place of BC, we should write the T by cos R. Then x is equal to T by cos R into sin of I minus R. That's much enough. Okay, study up to here. That is the lateral shift. X is equal to T by cos R into sin of I minus R. X is equal to T by cos R into sin of I minus R. It may be noted the lateral shift produced by glass slab increases with the increase in the thickness of the glass slab. Okay, then the increase in the value of the angle of incidence, the increase in the value of the refractive index of the glass slab. അപ്പോൾ നമ്മുടെ lateral shift increase ചെയ്യാനായിട്ട് x is equal to T divided by cos R into sin of I minus R ആണ്. So when the thickness of the glass slab increases, lateral shift also increases. The increase in the value of angle of incidence increases. Their lateral shift also increases. The increase in the value of the refractive index of the slab increases. Then its value also increases. Then refraction through a combination of media. Refraction through a combination of media. Figure 9.28 shows the refraction of a ray of light from air to water, then glass, and then finally to air. As all boundaries are parallel planes, emergent ray is parallel to the incident ray. Thus the angle of emergence is equal to the angle of incidence. Airil നിന്ന് വാട്ടറിലേക്ക്, വാട്ടറിൽ നിന്ന് എയറിൽ നിന്ന് വാട്ടറിലേക്ക്, വാട്ടറിൽ നിന്ന് ഗ്ലാസ്സിലേക്ക്. Okay, first case we know. This is first one, second one, and third one. As the ray going from medium 1 to medium 2, mu 21 is equal to sin I divided by sin R1. Ray going from medium 2 to 3, mu 32. 32 means third medium with respect to second medium. That is equal to sin R1 divided by sin R2. Sin R1 divided by sin R2. Third one mu 31, that is sin R2 divided by sin I. Multiplying the above three equations, we get mu 21 into mu 32 into mu 13 is equal to sin I by R1 into sin R1 by R2 into sin R2 by I. Then we will get 1. So mu 32 is equal to 1 by mu 31 into mu 21. Okay. Then mu 32 is equal to mu 31. 1 by 3 mu 1 means we can write mu 3 1 divided by mu 1 2. Okay, mu 3 2. 3 means that is glass, 2 means that is water. That is equal to 1. 1 means that is air, 3 means that is glass, air, then this is water. Okay, then you should study very clearly that one. W mu g is equal to A mu g divided by A mu W. Okay. Then practical application of refraction, real and apparent depth. Okay, it is on account of the refraction of light that apparent depth of an object placed in denser medium is less than the real depth. Figure 9.29 shows a point object O placed at the bottom of a beaker filled with water. The rays OA and OB starting from O are refracted along AD and BC. കണ്ട, ഈ ഓയിൽ എന്ന് പറയുന്ന റേ ആണ് ഒ എ എന്ന് പറയുന്നത്. അതുപോലെ ഒ ബി സ്റ്റാർട്ടിങ് ഫ്രം ഒ റിഫ്രാക്റ്റഡ് അലോങ് എ ഡി ആൻഡ് ബി സി. ഓക്കെ, റിഫ്രാക്റ്റഡ് അലോങ് എ ഡി ആൻഡ് ബി സി. ദീസ് റേസ് അപ്പിയർ ടു ഡൈവേർജ് ഫ്രം എ പോയിന്റ് ഐ. ഈ റേസ് ഐ എന്ന് പറയുന്ന പോയിന്റിൽ നിന്ന് ഡൈവേർജ് ചെയ്ത് പോകുന്നതായിട്ടാണ് ഫീൽ ചെയ്യുന്നത്. ഐ എന്ന് പറയുന്ന പോയിന്റിൽ നിന്ന് ഡൈവേർജ് ചെയ്ത് പോകുന്നതായിട്ടാണ് ഫീൽ ചെയ്യുന്നത്. സോ ഐ ഇസ് ദ വെർച്വൽ ഇമേജ് ഓഫ് ഒ. അപ്പോൾ ഐ എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് ഒയുടെ വെർച്വൽ ഇമേജ് ആയിരിക്കും. ക്ലിയർലി ദി അപ്പാരൻ്റ് ഡെപ്ത് എ ഐ സ്മോളർ ദാൻ ദി റിയൽ ഡെപ്ത് എ ഒ. എ ഐ എന്ന് പറയുന്ന അപ്പാരൻ്റ് ഡെപ്ത് ആണ്, എ ഒ എന്ന് പറയുന്ന റിയൽ ഡെപ്ത് ആണ്. അപ്പാരൻ്റ് ഡെപ്ത് ഈസ് സ്മോളർ ദാൻ ദ റിയൽ ഡെപ്ത്. ദാറ്റ് ഈസ് വൈ എ വാട്ടർ ടാങ്ക് അപ്പിയേഴ്സ് ഷാളോവർ ഓർ ആൻ ഒബ്ജക്റ്റ് പ്ലേസ്ഡ് അറ്റ് ദി ബോട്ടം അപ്പിയേഴ്സ് ടു ബി റൈസ്ഡ്. ഫ്രം സ്നെൽസ് ലോ വി ഹാവ് mu a w is equal to sin I divided by sin r, that is equal to sin of angle AOB. Sin I means sin of angle AOB, that is the angle of incidence, divided by sin of angle AIB, sin of angle AIB, this is AIB, that is equal to, in this case angle AOB is equal to sin of angle AOB is equal to opposite side means that is AB, ഇതാണ് റൈറ്റ് ട്രയാങ്കിൾ കേട്ടോ. ഓപ്പോസിറ്റ് സൈഡ് AB divided by hypotenuse BO. In the case of sin R, this is sin R. Sin R is equal to AB by sin R. Sin R is equal to AB by BI. Okay, this is BI. AB and AB cancel, we will get BI by BO. As the size of the pupil is small, the ray BC will enter the eye only if B is close to A. Size of the pupil is small, the ray BC will enter the eye only if B is close to A. B close to A ആണെങ്കിൽ മാത്രമേ ഇത് ray BC will enter the eye, because size of the pupil is very small. That means BI is approximately equal to AA ആയിരിക്കും എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ BO is approximately equal to AO ആയിരിക്കും. mu WA is equal to 1 by mu AW, that is equal to AO by I. Refractive index is real depth divided by apparent depth. Apparent depth is equal to real depth divided by refractive index. Refractive index is equal to real depth divided by apparent depth. Apparent depth is equal to real depth divided by refractive index. Normal shift means the height through which an object appears to be raised in a denser medium is called normal shift. The height through which an object appears to be raised in a denser medium is called normal shift. Normal shift is equal to real depth divided minus apparent depth. Normal shift is equal to real depth minus apparent depth. D is equal to real depth we know AO, apparent depth means that is A. That is equal to AO minus AO by mu. Then we can take AO outside, then 1 minus 1 by mu. So D is equal to AO means that is the thickness of the glass slab into 1 minus 1 by mu. Normal shift in the position of an object when seen through a denser medium depends on two factors: the real depth of the object or the thickness of the refracting medium. This one, the refractive index of the denser medium. The higher the value of mu, greater is the apparent shift D. Mu, that is the value of mu is greater is the apparent shift. Okay. Okay guys, study up to here. The remaining topic we will take in the next class. Okay, bye.